Good morning, friends. Welcome back to the John Went Walking channel. It's so good to be with you all again this morning, and I'm very grateful that you would take a moment to check in with me and see how I'm doing. You know, I posted the first video back in the middle of November, and today is February 1st, 2025. We have a beautiful day out there today. The high is going to be right around 70 degrees. And it's just a perfect day for getting out and exploring and walking and looking around a little bit. So looking back over the channel and where I've come from, you know, I've been trying to explore, and I've mostly been exploring all the way down to the south, down to the Westgate River Ranch, that area, and then coming up through there, for instance, like up through St. Cloud, Kissimmee, out on the western section of the trail, Kissimmee, and then Ronald Reagan Road over to John Dean Still Road, and then the Green River, the Green Swamp East, West, and then all the way up like through Richland up to the area, even up in the Croom Tract area. So that entire area is what I've kind of been focused on here in the first 2.5 months or so. And that's important to me because that's kind of my home area. That's where I'm kind of based out of. I'm here just south of Orlando, so I'm kind of based out of this area. And the reason I'm going to take the Western Tract is it's going to allow me to spend a little bit of time to be home and just be more practical for me coming up through the Florida trails. So the videos are documenting my plans for my Florida Trail Thru-Hike attempt, which I expect to start in January of 26. So that's what I'm working on, and that's where I've been posting. So I'm continuing to post those now. We're here in early Feb, so there's a lot going on here in the Orlando area. I mean, not just with me personally, but in the area. You know, this is spring break time of year is coming up in Florida. Baseball season's coming back. So I know most people think of baseball season, they think of April, but in Florida it's mid-Feb. You know, baseball season starts because down here we have all the minor league areas, the minor league camps, and that's where the pros come down to prepare for the season. We of course have NASCAR kicking off. If you're a racing fan, Daytona is kicking off here in just a couple of weekends. They'll be back out there, which will be incredible. And so we have a whole lot going on down here. And for me personally, as excited as I am about everything that's going on, and I love to participate, I'm more excited because to me, like, spring is here. Like in Florida, spring is here. You know, right now we went through a long cold snap, maybe a couple of weeks or so, where it was unseasonably cold, which is very unusual for Florida down, you know, this far south. We're below Orlando. Very unusual for it to be as cold as it was, but the cold is over. And even today, even though it's not hot, it's still seasonable. So by seasonable, I mean 70 degrees in February, and even through the 70s in February. So without the humidity, so it's even better yet. So it's perfect time for getting out and exploring. So like I said, I've been exploring all the way down in the Westgate area, Westgate River Ranch, all the way up to the Croom Tract area at the Withlacoochee Forest. I've been exploring that whole western section, and I'm going to continue to explore it, but I'm also going to start stepping a little bit outside those bounds, getting a little bit further away. This week, what I would really like to do this week is get back over to, it's off of Rock Ridge Road, and it's the Green Swamp East tract. Now it's the Green Swamp East, and I was actually out there about a month or so ago, and I filmed a couple of short videos. I was out there to the trailhead. There's a nice spot to park out there and a safe place to walk and all that. But when I got back to where the trail kind of got a little bit deeper into the woods and left the dirt path area back there, back there was a hunting station, and they actually had a lot of hunters out in the woods. It was a Saturday morning that I was out there, and the lady advised me, you probably don't want to go out there right now. Plus, I didn't have any orange. I didn't have anything on, so I'm going to get back out there. I'm going to be back out that way this week, early in the week. So I think I'm going to get back out there, check that area out, and see if I can't get out there a little bit deeper into that the Green Swamp in the East Tract. Now, the East Track, I'm thinking that's going to be a really nice place for me this summer to do a little bit of overnight camping, because there's about a 13-14 mile stretch between there and the Green Swamp West Track, and it's forested, and though it says Green Swamp, it's a relatively dry area. Now here in Central Florida, we don't have to worry too much about the rain yet. Like, it's a little damp out there, but it's just not going to rain till we get to the summertime. Now, once we get to the summertime, of course, it's going to rain every single day. Now, it's only going to rain for about 20 minutes or a half an hour, but in that 20 minutes or a half an hour, we can easily get an inch or two of rain. So everything's going to stay kind of wet, swampy, murky, once we get into the summertime. But right now is kind of a prime time to get out there and do a little bit of hiking in those kind of wet areas. So that's where I'm going to be focused on this week. I'm going to try to get out in that area. And of course, I'll bring a couple videos from out there. I've got an orange vest. I got a brand new orange vest I got over at Walmart just for the occasion if I need it. And I'll be very careful out there, but that's kind of what the plan is. And then, as I said, moving forward, I'm going to start going out a little bit further, just a little bit at a time. I'm going to push it, get a little bit further out, a little bit further out. Instead of just being an hour from my home base, I'm going to push it out to maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours from my home base. And that will allow me some brand new areas to explore. So the area that I was most concerned about is kind of right here in the middle of the state, because it's going to be a key planning section for me. As I live just south of Orlando, I'm going to come out the West Track. I'm going to be very near my home when I'm coming out through there over that week or 2 or 3, whatever it's going to take me to get through this area, that those miles. So, when I have access to home, I want to take advantage of it, be able to make any types of changes that I need to make. Maybe I need some different gear. Maybe I need to get rid of some gear. It's going to be a chance to maybe even sleep in my own bed, get a hot shower, stuff like that when I'm over here in this area. And I think that's important, because I'm thinking big picture wise. I'm not thinking just, I'm going to try to grind through this thing as quick as I can. No. I want to be, I know, I'm not underplaying it. Like, I know it's going to be an effort on my part. I know it is. And that's exactly why. And I've been talking about it from the beginning with these videos. I've been talking like, look, I know it's a long ways out. I know that's a long time to plan the Florida Trail. It's not even the AT, it's planning the Florida Trail. But it's important to me to be as prepared as I can be, so that when I get out there, I'm setting myself up to succeed. And I know I'm a veteran of a lot of long runs, 86 marathons, another 36 ultra marathons, even a 100-mile run. I'm a veteran of these things. I've been out in the woods late at night. Like, I know things can go wrong and things can not go like we're planning them. But I want to give myself every opportunity to succeed, because I know ultimately that whether or not I finish it, it's going to be all up to me. Like, it's not going to be anything that happens outside of myself. I know things outside of myself are going to happen. They're going to be problems. Imagine if I kicked off this year and I had a hernia while I was out on the trail, like a hernia blew up like it did this year. Well, that would definitely set me back a little bit. But that's okay. If it happens, it happens. I regroup, take a step back, and then I hit it again. I'm on it again. So I'm not going to be in any rush to get through what I'm doing. I want to be thorough, meticulous, and mostly I want to enjoy my time out there. I really want to enjoy it. I've spent a lot of years working and doing what just grinding. Like, I want to just kind of get out there and enjoy the serenity of the woods a little bit. And even that being said, like, I've already discovered there's a ton of the trail that's on the road, a ton of trail that's going to be road walking, and that part's okay too. It's with a grain of sand. I'm grateful. I just want to be grateful for every single step, and I want to enjoy the journey, and I want to enjoy meeting people out there that are on the same path that I am, and even those that aren't. Like, it's going to be an opportunity to get out and explore a little bit and just kind of see what's out there. I've lived in Florida for a long time, many years, but there's still much of Florida that I haven't seen and haven't visited, and this is an opportunity to do it. So Friends, I'm grateful for you today. The first day of Feb, can you believe it? The first day of Feb 2025. It's just going to go so quickly this year. I know it is. And I'm going to use my time wisely. I sure hope you do too. I'm so happy that you're here with me, and I appreciate you checking in. And again, I'd like to say it again, like if there's any area of the trail, maybe you're out of the state, maybe you don't have access to the trail like I do. If there's some area, some information about the trail that you need, just send me a short message. I'm happy to check it out for you. I'd love to help you in any way that I could. So anyway, friends, I'm grateful for you. I wish you all the best. I hope that wherever you are this morning, you're just having the best day that you can have. And I'll be chatting with you again very, very soon, friends. You have a great day now.